Hi, it's Elmira Strange from the Career Woman Success Academy, where I help busy women to create a successful careers and a healthy lifestyle. Welcome to my today's video, the signs of stress in 3 stages and how to spot them. In today's video, you will learn what are the signs of stress, what you experience when you're in different stages of stress, and what you can do about it. In my previous work as a researcher, I used to work with the families, and particularly families with disabled children. These families have extra pressures from their doctors, from schools, from social services, from other health authorities, and even their own family members. Some families were so struggling they could hardly cope on a daily basis. Your source of stress may be different. It might be caused by your work, or it might be caused by the disbalance of life and work. Or maybe you have a personal situation that is causing you stress right now. The source of stress can be different for all of us, but we all experience very similar signs of stress, and we are going through similar stages of stress, which I'm going to tell you about. One of the biggest mistakes I see is when people say, well, yeah, I'm stressed, but that's life. What you can do about it? Actually, you can do quite a few things about it. And if you want, you can change your life around. So what are the 3 stages of stress? Well, if you experience the first stage of stress, you might start walking faster than usual. You talk and laugh more easily and possibly inappropriately. You think, decide and act much faster. You don't even have a time for eating anymore. You just grab a bar of chocolate or any other fast food instead. And you might be drinking more tea and coffee than usual. Perhaps replacing some of your meals with tea. Also, you will start pressurized because of deadlines. You feel as if you are driven. So, what does it mean? Well, if you experience 4 or 5 signs of stress which I just mentioned, it's actually not too bad, but only if you experience them in the last 4 or 5 weeks. In fact, some psychologists suggest that this type of stress is actually good for you. Why? Because you can do a lot more in a short period of time that normally would take you. Under this amount of stress, you might be more productive to work, you might be more motivated, you might have a clearer and sharper thinking, and you might have a feeling that you're going at a full throttle, but you are enjoying it. If, however, you realize that you don't like this feeling anymore and it's stressing you more than it's giving you any fun, then you might be heading for the stage 2 of stress. So, the stage 2 of stress, what are the symptoms? Well, now you are indulging in comfort tricks more than usual, which are chocolate, alcohol, cigarettes, and any other junk food. You feel you don't have time anymore for everything that you planned, and you still feel as if you are driven. You start getting tired and fatigued. It takes you a long time just to fall asleep, and maybe you wake up earlier than usual. Your memories start letting you down. Maybe you can't remember so many things anymore because there are so many things that you planned, and you become irritable more than usual. The bouts of irritation just became norm in your life now. Also, you might start experiencing ill health. It possibly a flare-up of your existing condition, or it could be something new like stomach aches, headaches, migraines. Also, sometimes in this stage, people driven to mania, everything is done at a full speed. So if you recognize yourself in a stage 2, I'm afraid that's quite bad news. The stage 2 is actually not good for you. All the comfort foods, drinks and other habits like smoking are actually ruining your health right now because you're using them more than usual to cope with your stress. The fact that you are irritated more than usual is probably testing the limits of the most patient family members. And if you can't sleep well at night, then your immune system is getting weaker and weaker. So stage 2 is the alarm stage. It's the stages when you need to do something about it as soon as possible. If you can take a few days off from work, then do it. If you can't, then there are some other things you can do right now. For example, you can start watching feel-good movies 2-3 times a week. You can start going for walks with your iPod on. Listen to some really nice music. Whether it's upbeat and relaxing, it doesn't matter. It has to make you feel good. You can also start meditating, even if it's just sitting for 5-10 minutes before you go into bed in the silence. What else do you do to make yourself more relaxed and more positive? You've got to think of the ways to do it. So let's talk about the stage 3. What are the signs in stage 3 of stress? Well, in this stage, you might actually start having difficulty of breathing. You might also have heart palpitations, as if your heart is racing, and you might have a feeling as if you're gonna faint. In this stage, usually you have recurring headaches, possibly ringing in your ears, or frequent head noise, and sleep disturbances. The fact is that the stage 3 is making you so ill, even if you don't feel it yet. But your immune system knows it, and it goes weaker and weaker, and you're more likely to catch any virus or any illness that goes around right now. Well, if you feel you're in a stage 3 right now, that means that your personal situation, whether it's your family life, your interpersonal situation, or your work-life balance, is now making you ill, and you do need to take some time off right now. Re-evaluate your life priorities. You do need to take some drastic changes, and you know it. I always suggest to take time off if possible, because then it will give you some time and space to think about your life priorities and to think about the changes that you need to do. Consider seeing a psychologist or counselor for a few sessions. Sometimes we need to talk to somebody who we don't know and who doesn't know us, who doesn't take anybody's side, and who can give us an independent advice. Also, you might need to change your perception on some things in your life. You have one life, so make some life priorities. Either remove yourself from the situation that is causing you stress, change the situation, or change your thinking about the situation. Your life is very important, and you are important. You are here to make differences in people's lives. And if you get ill from stress, then you can't help anybody. So make it a priority to look after yourself and to relax more often. I hope you found this video helpful. Now you can identify 3 stages of stress. And I hope now you can see where you are at. If you have any other questions that I didn't cover in this video and you want me to cover it in my next video, please put them in the comment section below and I will do my best to answer them. Also, if you can think of the other ways that help you to cope with your stress, please also put them in the comments below for others to see and read and use your suggestions. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed my videos, and if you do, please like it and subscribe it. See you in my next video.